and welcome back to another episode of
TubeTalk.
TubeTalk. How are we feeling this week?
Good. Do you know that we got over 1,000 views last week?
Did we? That's
Broke our
amazing.
record. Yeah.
Good work, team.
Good work, team. And
And
we had a winner, but we'll talk about that shortly.
we will, because the first thing we're going to talk about is that you are going to London.
I am. Heading to London this evening, going to the Tazzles Horse and Training Sale. We were going to buy 2, possibly 3 European stayers to bring back to Australia. Something we've done very successfully. We've been talking about it for a few weeks now, but Alward, $130,000 landed in Australia. He's won over 400,000. He's a group horse. And Rakik, 170,000 landed, and he's won I think he's getting up to 140,000 now. He's only been racing 6 months, and he's racing on Saturday. So it's a really exciting thing to do. It's not overly expensive. Be less than 10 grand Kiwi for a 5% share. If you want to be involved in one of these horses in Australia, give you a chance at running the big races, then give us an email or a call. I'm heading up there and I'll be buying next week.
0508 Go Racing.
That's it. That was our sales plug for the week.
There you go. And now we can talk about some success we had last week. Starry Beale won.
Fantastic win on Monday, Starry Beale. Overdue.
Quick break.
Quick sip. The making of him has been gelding him as a 3-year-old and just a little bit more maturity. Really good run fresh up. He won dominantly on Monday against a $1.80 favourite. He'll be even better when he gets to 2,000 metres. He's a really nice horse on the way through. We'll go through the grades.
Mm-hmm. And this week, our week is chock-a-block. And by chock-a-block, we mean we're looking at like 15 horses.
Yeah, about 15 runners. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Exciting.
There's too many to count, that's how many.
I'm going to get to London. I'm just going to be able to go video, watch them all. It's going to be so cool.
It will. And we should start on Friday at Counties. Race 2, we have got Pull Your Socks Up.
Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Pull Your Socks Up. Fresh up. Really promising horse. One start in a strong field as a 2-year-old for 4th. First start as a 3-year-old. She's trialled well, but she's got barrier 19. Unlikely to start from that barrier. Likely to start the following week at Waipa.
Mm-hmm. And also on Friday at Counties Race 2, we have got Quick Preview.
Quick Preview has improved immensely from his 2-year-old campaign. He's a star in the making. His trial was excellent. He needs a couple of scratchings to run. He's actually on the ballot in races 2, 3, 4. He won't run in race 4. He'll run races 2 or 3 from midfield. He'll settle midfield and he'll be solid to the line. It's not his race to win over 1,200, but watch out when he gets to 1,400, 1,600 and further. We think he's a horse we're going to see for the Derby.
Mm-hmm. And in race 4, we have got Ship Shape.
Lovely filly, third on debut on this track as a 2-year-old, then ran the stakes race. Has trialled up well. Nice enough barrier. Vinnie Colgan on board, has good gate speed, will probably be handy throughout. Will improve for the run. She just peaked on her trial. She ran third in her trial, just peaked late. Will improve for the run, but is a genuine each-way chance.
Mm-hmm. And the final runner at Counties on Friday is in race 5. We have got Running Man.
Fresh up, a barrier 12, awkward barrier, likely to be scratched and wait for Tauranga the following week. His trial was nice enough, but showed his fitness levels weren't quite 100%. So from a wide barrier, I think we'll give him another week's work and then go to Tauranga to kick off.
Mm-hmm. And at Sydney on Friday in race 3, we have got Stardome running.
Yeah, the Canterbury night races, likely to only be about a 6-horse field. First 2 runs have been very good. The distance of 15.50 suits. He's a horse that's going to go over further in time. Nice barrier draw. Should be Brenton Advula riding. Should be very hard to beat. Strong winning chance.
Mm-hmm. On Saturday at Ellerslie in race 3, we have got Mactoon.
Beautiful trial, sat back last, looped them, won with authority. Unfortunately, he's born barrier 15 of 15 and the rail's out 9.5 metres, so he's likely to be scratched and go to Tauranga next Saturday. If he was to run though, he will run well.
Mm-hmm. Also on Saturday at Ellerslie in race 7, we have got Loose Cannon.
Lovely filly, Group 3 4th last start, should have been at least 3rd, got 2 terrible checks. That was her first defeat. She was unbeaten in races and trials before that. Barrier 6 in this Group 3 race. She'll be one of the favourites. She should get a nice sit midfield with Danielle Johnson on board and finish off strongly. We expect her to run well. She's one of the main chances. and this will hopefully springboard her into the 1,000 guineas.
On Saturday at Wellington in race 4, we have got Exuberant.
Double nominated, 2-year-old on debut, nominated for LSE as well, but he drew wide there. It's a big ask. It's his first start, and he's up against 4 winners and a lot of horses with form and race day experience, of which he has none. However, we think he's a very smart colt. Jason Waddell on board, great to have him back in the team. He should get a lovely run from that barrier. He's certainly got the ability to win. It'll just be whether he's got the experience, but he's a very exciting horse.
Also on Saturday in Wellington, race 7, we have got Rock Island Line.
In a fantastic vein of form, came from well back last start to be beaten, I think, a nose and half a head. Has a much better barrier, draw barrier 3. Robert Hannum rides, who knows him well. He's been up a long time, and we keep thinking he's going to tell us he's had enough, but he doesn't. There should be a bit of rain around. He's a genuine winning chance. Hopefully he can sit just a little bit closer than his last few races, but genuine winning chance.
The next 3 runners are running on Saturday in Canterbury, and the first of them is Sanctify, running in race 2.
Yeah, she's a 2-year-old on debut. She's got a wide draw barrier 6 of 8, which doesn't help, but she's got a good senior jockey, Jake Bayliss, on board. Loved her trial, didn't do a lot of work in it. She jumped, she was professional, she ran second, wasn't pushed hard, has improved since then. If she doesn't get caught out wide, if she can jump and she can get across, I think she'll be quite professional, and I think while it's always hard on debut, particularly against horses I've raced before, I think she's a pretty talented horse, and I think she's a definite top 3 chance.
And in race 5, we have got Mighty Solomon.
Been a very good horse. He's getting older. First fresh up run was excellent. His last 2 weren't so good. Trying a little bit of change of plans with him. We've headed him down to Riccarton. We'll only run if there's a little bit of rain, if it's like a dead 4, dead 5, dead 6 or worse. Doesn't look to be the strongest field. Son of Marby, a hot favourite. He gets low on the weights. If he is anywhere near his best, he's a winning chance.
Apologies. And in race 6, we have got Aristotle.
A little bit of a throw of the stumps. We were going to run him midweek in a maiden race, but he drew well outside. So the next obvious 3-year-old race for him was this Saturday in the Zakinto Stakes. So it's a stakes race, but he's drawn really well. He's done nothing wrong to date. He was unlucky last start. If that hasn't knocked a little bit off him, he can run a cheeky race. It would be big ask for him to win, but I certainly think he can run in the first 5. And if he can run in the first 5, we'll give serious thought to what his next start is.
And our last 2 runners are running on Saturday in Sydney in race 8, and we will start with Rakik.
Rakik finally gets a good barrier draw. I had got back last start, flew home for 3rd, gets a better barrier draw here, barrier 4, should hopefully be able to sit a bit closer, and if he can, he's a genuine winning chance. He's a horse that he's been up a long time, but he continues to thrive. He's one of these imported horses we've bought. So he's a definite winning chance. If he sits closer, he'll be awfully hard to beat.
And our final runner is Mark II.
Mark II in the same race. She won her Australian debut, sticks up to 2,000 metres, which really suits. She's thriving over there. Her work this week's been excellent. She's a bit like Rakik in that she might hopefully cannot get too far back, and she's a genuine winning chance as well. It'd be great if those 2 could quinella the race.
And that was our quick run through of this week's races. Congratulations, Albert, you made it all the way through. I don't know how you did it.
Took 2 breaths.
Yeah.
Only 2 breaths.
Only 2, and you remembered everything. I'm just very impressed. Anyway, now we move on to Bet of the Week, and last week our Bet of the Week won. So
it did.
Good work.
Yeah, expression. We said she'd be panels too good, and she was.
Back on track, hopefully. And our Bet of the Week this week is, drumroll please, Sanctify, running on Saturday at Canterbury in race 2.
We've gone for one of our own horses, and I've gone for her because I think she's going to be $10. I think she'll be long odds. And while she's certainly not a horse that I can say first up she's a home run, I think she's just shown so much professionalism for a 2-year-old. I think that'll take her a long way in this race. And I think that will put her in the first half of the field. It's only an 8-horse field. And she's also got ability. So if she can use that ability, then I can definitely see her running in the first 3. And she could be paying 10s and 3s. So for value, that's why we've selected her as our Bet of the Week.
And finally, we quickly want to talk about Winks running in the Cox Plate.
We do. Going for her 29th victory in a row. And her last run, every race you watch, you think, oh, she's in trouble. And then she just pulls something out and sprints past them. And she did the same last start. Although she wasn't quite as impressive last start. So I think some people have got this little niggling doubt about Saturday. And Ben Battle was very, very good winning last start, and he's the obvious danger to her. But she is such a champion that it would be terrible if she lost. I would just love to see her win this. Her 29th in a row, the 4th Cox Plate. I think everyone wants to see her win. So I just hope everything goes well and that she can win. And I hope she wins really well. So and is dominant. I hope for Chris, for the owners, for all of racing that she wins. But I think she's probably got a tougher battle on her hands than she did maybe in the last couple of years. So go Winks.
Go Winks. And that has been our Tube Talk for this week. We should mention there will not be one next week because Dad will be in London.
Correct, but we'll be back the week after.
We will be. See you then.
Thanks, bye.
Look at her, Rick Clare inside the 200. Le Romain can't go on, nor Haraki. Chautauqua out of the pack, but all conditions, all distances, all challenges. Here's Sweet 16 for Winks, making it back-to-back wins in the George Ryder.